This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane. This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hi, this is Elvis Andre, the Reaper, with the JROTC, and this is Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and CastBox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the Reaper, Elvis Andre.
Nice, that was pretty good. Nice to see y'all, everybody.
You as well. Like we like to do it here. We like to do it big here on Wrestling With.
That's perfect.
Normally, I like to ask, what you have coming up next, but you are currently injured, no?
Yes, I'm currently injured. That's why, as of lately, I have not been represented with the JROTC and Wrestle League. So, as of right now, I'm just sidelined, waiting my return.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that for a moment. And can you tell us where we can find you on social media and your merchandise?
Yeah, as of right now, you can find me on Andre Pro on Instagram. You can also follow the JROTC. We are the JROTC on Instagram as well. We also have a page on Facebook, and there should be a website for merchandise on those social media pages where you can purchase anything related to the JROTC or myself, Elvis Andre.
Perfect. And you don't have to go looking for it. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and CastBox. Alright, let's get into it. Like I mentioned, you're currently injured. Can you tell us what kind of happened and if it was wrestling related?
Yes, so my injury occurred back in November. Just pretty much got into a match where high-risk maneuvers cause high-risk impact. I ended up doing a high-risk maneuver, miscalculated my landing, and just pretty much landed my whole body weight on my arm, causing me to dislocate my elbow. From there, just, I had to relocate my elbow, get some surgery going, and had just rehab.
When are we expecting you back in the ring?
Yeah, as of right now, my return for the ring is looking very near, probably next month, June, if not July.
Okay, so June, July. And, being, 6-7 months out, what has your perspective been on your pro wrestling now that you're an outsider looking in, so to speak?
Man, for me, it's just been working backstage, kind of just helping produce shows, give feedback, working with talent, trying to build relations. As of right now, just kind of going through the motions with Wrestle League or any other promotion I work with, and just seeing if we can build potential storylines for the future, because in the group that I'm in, it's not just me. I also have a set of individuals that we work together, known as the JROTC. And they've been rolling with what we got so far, and can't wait to plug myself in when my time comes to come back.
Being backstage for these shows and learning obviously other sides of the business, has there been a light bulb moment for you, for when you get back in the ring, oh yeah, I kind of see this differently now?
Yes, you just honestly, you get a lot of feedback from a lot of people just watching matches and just seeing where you can kind of grow your character or just grow your moveset. A lot of things I've done, like for me, right now I was using a high impact move called the frog splash. With me injuring and dislocating my elbow, that is something I gotta reduce and can't do often. So that's probably something I'll bring out every now and once in a while, but I just have to switch up my finishing move when it comes to entering the ring next time.
Gotcha. Now, can you, like you said, you work for Wrestle League. Can you tell us about your relationship with the company and the man in charge, Bugs Moran?
Yeah, Wrestle League is the major promotion I pretty much work for. It's been great working with them. I've been with them for about approximately 2 years, I want to say. Started off with them. I started off wrestling, when I was younger at 18 years old, but coming back into, I joined Wrestle League. And when I took a big hiatus, and Bugs has kind of just taken me under his wing, kind of giving me the opportunity to showcase myself, whether it's shows that have to do related to, canon events with our storylines, or just any sideline events where we're just entertaining crowds at like festivals and stuff like that. Bugs, to me, kind of helps me out a lot, kind of tells me a lot about the business, talking about how we deal with, different talents or just crew setup and just venue placement and, a lot of marketing. He is he's a big marketing man.
I love how you describe the live events as non-canon events.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, there's some events that we have that are just like, just don't go with the storyline. Sometimes they're just there, non-canon events. Just like how they talk about when you play video games or movies, they always ask, is this canon or is it not? And sometimes it's not.
Right. So you mentioned like a hiatus from pro wrestling for several years. What kind of caused you to take a step back, and what ultimately brought you back?
Yeah, when I first came into trying to learn the business, I was fresh out of high school. I was very anxious. I kind of jumped in, maybe practice trained for about 6 months, and I had a lot of personal issues going on, whether it was, dealing with family issues or legal issues for that matter. But yeah, I just needed some time away to kind of get my life together before I can set my tone for wrestling moving forward. So I took a huge hiatus where I was gone for approximately 8-10 years, where I finally decided to come back after so many years.
What was kind of the deciding factors about coming back?
I've always loved wrestling, man. I've always enjoyed it, whether I was young, teenage years, or even in my older years now. Coming back was just, I like fast-paced environments. I like, being creative. I like just storytelling. To me, just being able to be a part of that, whether it's, acting or wrestling or whatever the case may be. Like I've always been interested in the entertainment business, entertaining crowds and making people feel like they can do something that, they feel they can do.
You mentioned acting. Have you acted in the past?
I have not, but when I was younger, me and my brothers, we used to be part of the drama club, and we used to do a lot of like our own plays at home and do small little movie sets for ourselves, whether it was in the trampoline or just in a random area that we would just record a scene and just act out certain stuff.
I gotcha. So you got that in your back pocket.
Yeah, exactly. I like to think that, I can make the best of any character, but if not, like you just learn and grow with it.
Now, you mentioned it. You are a part of the JROTC. Can you tell us about your relationship with its members? The man himself, JR Lindsay, J Biv, and DJ Drax.
Man, JR Lindsay is he's a very bright man. He's been part of Wrestle League for years, and man, to watch him grow from this kid who was, wanted everybody to love him, to this vengeful man who now takes what, he deserves. It's been nice watching him grow. And for him, when he started taking, when he started not taking things lightly, he saw something in me. He saw something in some other members, and he recruited us to be a part of something bigger, and that's where the JROTC has been formed. So JR saw a vision in me, and I have his back. Some of the other members that have been there with me, me and Jay Biv, we kind of, I know he started a little before me, but he took a little hiatus, and when he came back, me and him were very in tune together when he came back, and I was just getting started in the business. So we have some good chemistry. And then DJ, he just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't really know DJ much. He kind of was more familiar with Lindsay and Jay Biv. But yeah, after a while, I guess he had his own injury himself. We needed a big man after we lost one of our own. And then he ended up taking that role, and we just kind of grown together ever since as a core group. Me, DJ Thrax, Jay Biv, and the one and only JR and Lindsay.
When you got that invitation to be a part of the JROTC, was that something that kind of surprised you?
Yes and no. I say no because I give it my all when it comes to training. I felt like I was very athletic, or I feel like I'm very athletic. I feel like I have potential to do something good in this business, and I bring a lot of character. But the thing that did surprise me was I never knew me and J.R. Lindsay actually got along. I did not really know the man that well. He was just someone that came in, and he would just kind of be a part of our training sessions or lead training sessions, or kind of give some feedback. And we rarely spoke in the beginning, but as time went on, when he gave me that opportunity, we had a chance to kind of grow together, and now we're closer than ever.
What does that kind of mean to you for, JR to kind of, obviously not so close in the beginning, but clearly he saw something in you?
It's just tons of respect, man. They always say, respect your veterans. And JR Lindsay, many people don't see him as a veteran. He is a veteran worker. He knows how to work. He knows his character. He knows who he is, and he knows what he wants. And he gets what he wants. And for him to make me be a part of that journey, it's been a thrilling ride. We've made a lot of success. He's opened up the JROTC merch. He's opened up the JROTC social media for all to see. And he has brought us together in some great matches that we either have won or fallen together. But at the end of the day, it means a lot when someone who's been in the business for so long to go up to you and say, there's something in you.
Now, what is a pet peeve about all of the members that you just don't understand?
Well, one pet peeve about each member.
Yes.
Man, there's quite a bit. J.R. Lindsay. To me, he when we started, he was very aggressive, very aggressive. Feel like he's gotten a little softer as time has gone by. So that's one pet peeve with him. Jay Biv, can't really say nothing, man. Watching him grow, I think he has excelled in his part, and I think he's on his way even higher than where we need him to be. DJ Thrax, man, I love working with DJ Thrax, honestly. For him, I just need him to be more aggressive. That's probably my biggest pet peeve with DJ Thrax is, he has the muscle. He just needs to be more aggressive.
I got you. Well, like you said, like we've said, you are, currently out, and, the JROTC, they're kind of going through the reps right now. There seems to be some tension between JR and Jay. So, are you kind of prepared to come back in, knowing that, there's obviously some tension between the two of them?
Well, when things aren't going your way, there has to be some tension. last I checked, the JROTC doesn't have any championships. So tensions have been rising. We had a champion in Jared Lindsay, the proven champion. He obviously has fallen, lost that title. Could be for many reasons, but at the same time, me coming back, I'm just gonna do what I can, play my role, and make sure the JROTC stays on top.
So, if it comes to it, are you going to pick sides?
When that moment comes, we'll decide. As of right now, Jared Lindsay brought me in. He gave me that veteran leadership. But me and J Biv, we've been brothers since the beginning. When he came back and I started, we worked our way up the ladder and we were selected together. So when that day comes, or if that day comes, I'll make my decision then.
Now you mentioned, JR was the champion. The JROTC is kind of lacking championships right now. And you could correct me if I'm wrong here, but you have yet to win a championship yourself, no?
That is correct. Haven't won any titles yet. Slowly looking to make my way into the championship picture, whether it's myself or anybody in the group. I know one of our biggest testaments when we came into the JRT was the tag team championships. We haven't had that luck lately, but I believe they have been looking at championships at other wrestling promotions, and I believe right now they're in contention to win belts at other promotions.
But what would it mean to you to win your first ever championship?
It would mean a lot, man. That's what we're in this business, man. We're in this business to show that we're the best, and the only way that you can be the best is by holding up that championship. For me, chasing gold is kind of the idea. We want to run through the locker room, yes, but as an individual goal, I deserve to be the champion myself.
What are some championships you have your eyes on when you do make your proper return?
Right now, when talking about my return, winning the Wrestle League Tag Team Championships. That's whether it's me and J Biv, me and DJ Thrax, me and Jared Lindsay, or even anybody in the JROTC. If we have a chance to win that championship, even if you want to call it the Freebird rule, we all get that championship.
I gotcha. Just out of curiosity, do you kind of view yourself more as a tag team wrestler or a singles wrestler that does tag team as well?
I like to think I'm versatile. I can do a little bit of everything. I can work singles and I can work tag team. But as of right now with the JROTC, we're stronger as a unit. So I consider more myself as a tag team wrestler at the moment. But when my time comes to be part of the singles match, I'll let the world know what I'm capable of.
Well, you had a tag team partner before the JROTC in the Real Deal Kid, and then you kind of let's say parted ways. No.
Yeah, me and the Real Deal Kid. Wow, man, that's history there, man. That's yeah. Me and him, we were best friends. But at the time, man, it just seemed like he was holding me back. So I needed to part ways. We weren't working together. We weren't making the card. Working together, we weren't getting any matches on the card, and we weren't getting any championships matches. So I had to step away from that.
You had to cut him loose.
Pretty much holding me back. So I had to I had to step aside and go join the JROTC to kind of help elevate my game.
I gotcha. Now, one of the bigger matches you've been a part of was the 5-on-5 steel cage match against the Lethal Injection crew. Can you tell us about your experience in that match?
Man, that cage match was was amazing, honestly. It was a good venue at the Lincoln Hall, but man, I felt like we tore the house down with that cage match. It was a great elimination cage match. I was the last one to come out, trying to set the tone for my team, and then next thing you know, that skinny, raggedy hobo Bugs has to fly off the top of the cage to take me out. If it wasn't for him, I would have still been in there, and I would have helped us win that match. JROTC could have been victorious.
Well, I mean, well, you mentioned, you got to come out, you were the last to come out for the JROTC. What does that kind of mean to you? Because obviously that's a big spot for, the team to have you out at last, no?
Yeah, you got people that come in, set the tone, and Jay Biv, he had to show his worth coming in as the right-hand man. He was the first man out. He had to show his worth. J.R. Lindsay had his back coming out second, and then we had our honorary member, Kendall, come out, do his thing, give us a little spice, and then DJ Thrax doing his thing, and then you already know, last man standing was me, the one coming up with the ideas to be a little creative, lock hobo Bugs out. I don't know if you saw the match, but I came in, I took out some people with a trash can lid, and at the end of the day, I called J.R. Lindsay and I told him, let's put Bugs out. We locked that cage, and then Bugs, being the conniving guy he is, goes up the cage and takes me out. Some things you wish you could take back,
Right. But, obviously incredible moments like this. Are these moments you take in the moment, or is it something that does kind of set in afterwards? Like, wow, I did that.
Yeah, to live, doing those in that moment, it feels great. It feels great. The only thing that feels good after the match, though, is knowing you got the win. Either that or just knowing you gave it your all. And I feel like I had a lot more to give. So a little disappointed in that fact, and a little disappointed that we didn't get the win. But to bring the house down in a 5-on-5 cage match with Kendall sticks, trash cans, locks, all types of weapons, even belts where, you're whipping Ace behind in front of his dad. Like, come on, you can't even think of moments like that. That's insane. So to me, that match in itself, great. Outcome, disappointed.
I gotcha. Well, the person from the Lethal Injection crew that you've had the most issues with is Donovan Lowe. So can you kind of speak to your rivalry with him, and if that's where your target is set when you do come back?
Man, anybody in the Lethal Injection crew is a target. But yeah, me and Donovan Lowe, we have history. We have history. Like I said, me and Jay Biv, we started in the beginning, and right there by our side has been Donovan Lowe. He's been there in the sidelines with us, but he chose his path. And what do you call it? Donovan Lowe, he believes he's athletic as he can be, but going neck and neck with him, I believe I'm a lot faster, I'm a lot stronger, and I'm a lot smarter than him.
Sounds like you're a bit disappointed in him that he decided to go Lethal Injection rather than JROTC.
Yeah, the JROTC is always recruiting. We've sent out some invitations for some members, but obviously we only keep the strong, and sometimes people just don't make it, like Donovan Lowe.
I gotcha. So is your targets on him when you come back, or do you have your eyes on somebody else?
Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Donovan Lowe and Bugs Moran hold the tag team championships. So our eye is on the prize.
So
Our
it's a-
eye is on
It's a 2-for-1.
exactly 2-for-1. The man who I had the most interactions with, and the man who took me out in that cage match, Bugs Moran.
All right. So Elvis has his objectives when he comes back. Goals.
Exactly.
I think it's time for Elvis's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Yeah, you know, what he called a wild story we had was what he called man going out to wrestle at a Michigan live event, not knowing where we were gonna wrestle. We kind of just were invited, me and 3 other individuals riding out over there. Next thing you know, we end up being in this nice, beautiful small town in Michigan. Forgot the name of the town. It was a very small town, but we ended up fighting in this nice, beautiful restaurant in a parking lot. And lo and behold, I get ready, get set up. This was prior to me joining any groups. This was kind of the beginning of my journey. And my first opponent ever is none other than the Lethal Injection crew, Leo Black. Sadly enough, we had our one-on-one, and not the greatest match, but I gave what I could as a rookie, as an amateur. Obviously, he had a little bit more experience, and he came back and took me out, taking the W. But sooner or later, I'm going to come back. And that's why I kind of have, what do you call it? I have a lot of hate towards the Lethal Injection crew. It's not just one person. It's not just 2 people. It's everybody in that crew. I hate the Lethal Injection crew.
I gotcha. Well, there's definitely a lot to go around when you come back for sure. Now, you were actually created and featured in WWE 2K as a playable character with the rest of the OTC, the JROTC, and a bunch of other, Wrestle League wrestlers. What does something like that mean to you?
Man, that means a lot. But stuff like that, we don't. It doesn't happen without J.R. Lindsay. J.R. Lindsay is the mastermind, and that's why when time to pick a side, it's kind of hard to choose, man. J.R. Lindsay has done a lot for our group. He's for him to do stuff like that, when it comes to merchandising, marketing, and all that good stuff, man, J.R. Lindsay to me is a mastermind. He kind of put in that request for us to be in there. He let the world know they could be the JROTC. And man, to be a playable character where kids can they can be Elvis Andre, or fans can be Elvis Andre. That's a privilege, and that's an honor.
Now, I do have to ask, because it's not necessarily a name that you hear a lot in pro wrestling. Elvis. Is that your government name, or is that something that you came up with for wrestling?
It is actually my government name. It is something that anytime I tell people my name, that is the first thing that springs out. They always think it's a nickname. They always think it's a name that someone else, gave me. But no, that is my government name. I don't use my actual government name. I pretty much use my first name and my middle name.
Okay, so Elvis Andre is legit your name.
That is my first and middle name. Yes, it is.
Was that always the plan when you went into pro wrestling, or did you have another name maybe in mind, or you know, did you always want to be you in when you got into pro wrestling?
Man, I had tons of names. I did not want to use that name, to be honest. You know, it's like, you know, you hear those stories about like, I don't know if you ever watched like those stories on like, you know, documentaries of people. They always say they want a different name, and I'm no different. I wanted a different name, but you know, working in a company or working with veterans, you know, they throw ideas, and you know, it comes back down to, you know, like, you know, working with your vet, you know, like listening to your vet, taking advice from them, and you know, kind of feeling if that's what they feel is best. You know, they're there to help you. They're not there to make things worse. So a lot of people loved that was my name, and they felt that they could market that. So they told me to go with that, and that's something that I ended up going with.
How did you feel about that at the time?
Not good, because every time I hear that name, you know, I think of a singing gimmick, you know, entertainment guitarist gimmick, and that's not a gimmick I really wanted. That's I mean, for sure I could do it, you know, but obviously the first thing when you hear that name, people are gonna be like, "Well, you got to do the cosplay now," and I I was trying to avoid all that.
Can Elvis sing?
Well, fun fact, well, my dad is a musician, so he has taught me to play instruments, and he has taught me to sing. I don't know if it's any good, but I can throw down on some karaoke here and there.
Okay, new gimmick inbound.
We'll see.
Well, here at Wrestling Wit, we like to say that everybody is nerdy for something. Everybody geeks out, fanboys for something. What is something that you geek out for? Is nerdy for?
Man, I'm a big medieval guy, man. I don't know. There's just something about like honor, loyalty, you know, like something about just like old school sword fighting, stuff like that. So my biggest things that I nerd out on is Lord of the Rings, man. I watched Lord of the Rings religiously as a kid, and to this day, I watch it probably every year around Christmas.
Hmm. I would say that that's not the most, you know, Christmassy thing you could watch, but considering Tolkien
The films did
was,
come
you
out.
know,
Yeah.
had very strong, you know, themes, you know, with in Lord of the Rings, I'd say that it'd be a Christmas movie.
Yeah, you know, the films came out around that time, and you know, the winter time is the time where you get to be cozied up with some loved ones, and you know, just put on a movie.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh man, I'm a big Boromir fan. I love me some Boromir.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
which
just
oh, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
oh, that's fine. I'll elaborate more. Yeah, Boromir is just to me, it's just he's a simple man who just believes in his country, who believes in his men, who believes in his people. But just like anybody else, you know, for the One Ring, you can be easily corrupted. Just a normal being trying to do what's right can easily be corrupted. So, man, just something about him, you know, it's relatable.
What's your favorite Lord of the Ring movie?
I've actually I enjoy the Two Towers probably the most. That is probably my favorite.
I mean, it does have one of the best action scenes in the series, no?
Yes, Helm's Deep. Just hearing the Helm's Deep horn, seeing the Ents take down Isengard. Oh man, just beautiful.
I know that they're making a Lord of the Rings movie, The Hunt for Golem. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. Me and my brother, we're actually very excited to see it. So anything Lord of the Rings related, trust me, we're probably one of the first to find out about it.
I gotcha. Does your love for the movies stay with just watching them, or do you got merchandise?
Merchandise, games, watching it, all types of it, all types of merchandise that comes with it.
What's your favorite piece of merchandise in your collection?
Oh, it has to be Boromir's horn,
Hmm.
which is the horn of Gondor.
All right. Now, can you tell us about your tattoos and if there's any significant meaning behind them?
Yeah, I have two tattoos. Most notable one is the one obviously on my left arm, since my other one is on my leg and my gear covers it. But my left arm is pretty much just Poseidon going against a kraken, and it's just a bit basic symbolism of a demon in its own environment cannot take down a god. So being in your most strongest element, what do you call it? As long as you take control. No demon can possess you. No evil can overcome you.
I gotcha. And what is the one on your leg?
Yep, and then the one on my leg is just what do you call it? Perseus cutting Medusa's head off, and it's just that one's just simple. It's just what do you call it? One mistake does not flaw an entire being or an entire what do you call it society. And Medusa, her story, she believed from what happened to her, every man had to suffer. And to me, what do you call it? Yes, it was a bad instance, but what do you call it? I believe one instance does not define everyone.
Is there any plans for new ink in the future?
Oh yes, definitely. I plan on getting a lot of tattoos. Just right now with the way my schedule is set up, don't really have the time for it, and just trying to watch my funds at the moment.
I gotcha. What's the next one on the bracket?
Not too sure. Right now, I have a couple ideas, so I'm just kind of gonna wait through my options and then go from there. I have a couple ideas, but not really nothing I'm really too stuck on yet.
So still hashing it out.
Yep. So just still figuring it out, trying to get an idea of what I want to put on me forever.
I gotcha. Alright. I think it's time for the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
First 3 songs of my soundtrack, man. Well, one thing probably people don't know about me is I'm a big country fan. So my life, it's been interesting, I'm a big sucker for drama movies. So my life, I would assume, would be a drama, But yeah, I'd probably choose a Wyatt Flores song, who is a great artist that I listen to. He plays this song called Break My Bones by Wyatt Flores. That'd probably be one of them. John Party, Last Night Lonely would probably be another one. And then couldn't think of a third one as of right now. Maybe Straight and Narrow, Sam Barber.
All right. Well, definitely a solid three picks to say the least. Now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you get the casting. Who plays you? And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Who would play me? Wow, I never even thought about who would play me. Man, it would obviously have to be someone who's not too old. uh, I believe it would be Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I'll go with him.
Definitely a solid pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have you casted, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you in your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
Significant people would probably be my father. It'd probably be my son's mom, and it'd probably be my son. Those would probably be the 3. Couldn't think about who would probably play who. My dad, I guess Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
Maybe. And then my son's mom, I don't know. Don't really know a lot of actresses' names. Know them more by faces.
Well, what face are you thinking about? Like, what have they been in?
A dramatic role, maybe. Maybe my son's mom. We could do. We'll do Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And then my son, well, he'd have to be a child actor. Same thing. Don't really know a lot of child actors.
I mean, we can leave that up to casting if need be.
Yeah, I think that one we'll have to wait and see. You know.
Fair enough. Well, this is sounding like a great movie, a blockbuster to say the least, and you could.
Oh, I would hope so.
And you could pre-order the tickets now. Now onto a controversial subject: pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Oh man, I don't know. To me, it's not controversial, man. I think you as a grown adult, you can do whatever you want, as long as it's ethical. So me personally, I like pineapple on pizza. I'm a big Hawaiian pizza guy. I like pineapple and ham on there.
Okay. So it sounds like you're leaning more towards J.R. Lindsay than J. Biv on your allegiances.
Oh man. Well, I don't know what they said, but I guess so.
JR is very pro, J is very anti.
Oh man. Oh, there you go.
Alright, what's your spirit Pokemon?
My spirit Pokemon? Man, let's see if I could think. I mean, a basic answer would be Snorlax, just because he's so lovable and cuddly. But we'll go with I'll go with what is that? Dolphin is his name.
Okay. Now, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Thug? THUG.
I do not.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail. 'Cause a dog can't spell.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show, trying to keep the memory alive.
Perfect. I love it.
Weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a Rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical Rock.
Oh yeah, I've seen tons of videos where people are fighting inanimate objects, so I am 100% on board for that.
Well, just for context, there is a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a Rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
That sounds amazing.
Definitely a sight to behold for sure.
Mhm.
On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man, in 5 years, whoo, well, by that time, a little bit more experience, a little more veteran wrestler. Hopefully, holding some championship gold, and then getting more acclimated with the backstage stuff of things. Whether it's producing or helping a company grow, or even making my own company. But as of right now, I'm just more kind of concerned with helping the companies I work for grow.
Looking at Elvis Andre promotion in the future?
Maybe. It takes time and money and a lot of patience.
Yeah. This is what I've heard from others.
So I still have a lot to learn before I even think or even start a business like that.
I gotcha. What is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off you as a pro wrestler?
Man, me as a pro wrestler, I'll tell you right now, high intensity, ability to just kind of be goofy or laid back. One person that I used to watch a lot that was a big idol for me was Kurt Angle, man. Kurt Angle is I may not be as technical as him, but when it comes to personality wise, man, I feel like that is someone that they can see in me. And then wrestling wise, as of right now, I can't really. Maybe, man, if I was a bit more athletic, I was gonna say Brian Kendrick.
And what match that you've been in would you recommend people go see?
Ooh, obviously that JROTC versus Lethal Injection Crew cage match. I play a small role in that match, but it is a great watch. It not only it's not only a great match, but it kind of shows what we all do individually, and it showcases our skills with weapons and without.
I gotcha. Is that match on YouTube?
That match is on YouTube with Pro Wrestling Shoots, I believe they're called.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Then I will definitely grab that match from YouTube and put a link to it in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. For anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Mm-hmm.
And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Kurt Angle. I just said that.
Worst wrestler.
You said worst wrestler?
Yes.
Ooh, the real deal kid.
Ooh. You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Man, main eventing championship. Who can I think of? Man, Kurt Angle's retired, so I can't say him. I'd probably choose someone who's active.
You can if you want.
You know what? This is gonna be a grueling match, but I'm a big fan of Gunther, man. Let's throw Gunther in there.
Gotcha. If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
The Ultimate Warrior.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
Alive.
We would have also accepted taste great on toast.
Nice.
Squash. Vegetable or fruit?
Squash. Vegetable.
It is indeed a fruit. It has
Damn.
seeds. Tomato logic.
That's what I figured.
Mhm.
There you go.
New Japan wrestler Taichi. His ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Man, as long as your general area is secured, I think go ahead, man. Do what you got to do.
So as long as the important bits are covered, everything else is game.
Yeah, man. Go for it, man. Times are changing, man. As long as your general area is covered, you're good for game.
Okay. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
About Darby Allin. Wow, I wouldn't say a supermarket, but I have had conversations about Darby Allin.
But not in a supermarket.
Not in a supermarket. Not in a supermarket.
Gotcha. And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Always a great time.
Once again, can you tell us where we can find you on social media and merchandise?
Yeah, you can find me on Andre Pro on Instagram. You can also find me on We Are the JROTC on Instagram, and there should be links to pages for our website to buy gear and any upcoming events that the JROTC is involved. If it's the JROTC, Elvis Andre is involved.
And you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and CastBox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Buy a damn shirt. Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and CastBox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on Xthread and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ99Dre. Alright, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Let's go.
For our special guest, Elvis Andre, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling Wit
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.